Yes. Grau Mahagot Carlock. Tá Sorum go Willem McLeod and I'm Billa Tavov Shaw. I'm delighted to be speaking on this very important bill. I would also like to commend my colleague Jonathan O'Brien and his staff on bringing this bill forward. In opposition, we are often accused of being critical or condemnatory for its sake alone, but this bill is surely an example of a representative attempting to bring forward a real and positive measure which will deal with a growing problem in our society. I must also thank Dr. Stephen Minton, an expert in bullying, who lent his knowledge to the bill's formulation. This bill sets out to put a legislative responsibility on the Board of Management of Schools through an elected officer to adopt and implement an anti-bullying policy. These procedures then must be abided by following a complaint by a pupil or legal guardian or a teacher who is aware of a problem. The Minister must also from this bill introduce regulations based on existing guidelines, making them mandatory. This bill will help to combat bullying, to give support to those who are bullied, attention to those who bully, and create an environment where pupils can feel protected and safe in their schools and throughout their school days. We know all too well the cost of allowing the present state of affairs to continue. Bullying is not an easy thing to deal with. Its causes are many and symptomatic of a society which breeds carelessness in how we treat others. But something can and should be done. We all know the stories from our local communities of children who have taken their lives following prolonged periods of bullying. These stories, so tragic it is hard to really consider it fully, are in every part of our country and in this state. Young, vibrant lives full of potential ended because bullying was allowed to continue or not even noticed. These children's experiences were all different in their own ways, but one thing is certain: more could have been done, more should have been done, and we must take from that in the future we must ensure more will be done. Of course, the children who take their lives due to bullying are a small part of the children who every day dread school because of the mistreatment and loneliness and anger they face from people who are supposed to be their peers. School is supposed to be a bastion of knowledge, of exploration and excitement, where young people learn how to work and play, where children learn to be the person they will grow up to be. It is not meant to be a cold and place of fear and anguish. It is not a place those in years to come as an adult they should look back on with anger and pain. We assembled here are political representatives and activists because we seek to carve out a better world for our children, where they will be happy and safe from harm. This is not easy, but this step will help us on our way. Schools must protect children. They must never treat bullying as a phase or something to gloss over. Of course, those who face abuse are often those who can be marginalised. Traveller children face deep discrimination in their daily lives, not just in school. My own area has a large number of families from the traveller community, and I know all too well the problems their children face in schools from disadvantaged backgrounds with low educational attainment. They are already on the back foot. But growing up in a society where the slurs against our people are commonplace, I know that bullying is a reality for them every day. This is the case also for many children from immigrant backgrounds. But it's not unique to a certain background. It crosses all sections of society. There is also, of course, the problem of homophobic and transphobic bullying. Perhaps this kind of discriminatory bullying, which requires a specific focus and a strategy of its own to complement the general anti-bullying policy. This bill seeks to make action on bullying mandatory. It makes the Minister responsible for ensuring this and empowers the Minister to enforce a system where bullying is not tolerated or ignored. Experts have been clear that a lack of clarity in procedure and indecision in the face of bullying significantly hampers the resolution of a bullying problem. Bullying must be broadly but clearly defined so that no child who needs help is outside of that definition, but also that there is no equivocation of whether in fact bullying is taking place. We've all met this in our clinics across the political divide. We've all met families who have encountered bullying. We need to bring forward measures to stop that, and I'm commending this.